Hi, I'm Brenda, and welcome to Digging Deeper with the North Carolina State Extension Master Gardener Volunteers of Chatham County. And today, we're talking about flowers and the pollinators they prefer. Flowers need to get pollen from the male parts of the flower, or stamen, to the female parts of the flower, or pistil, to make seeds. Some plants can transfer the pollen from flower to flower on the same plant, and that's called self-pollination. But other plants need to transfer the pollen from flowers on one plant to flowers on another plant, and that's called cross-pollination. And since plants can't get up and socialize with each other, they have to rely on a wingman to move the pollen around for them. Some plants rely on the wind to move their pollen, as you see in the springtime with the loblolly pines when they release their pollen and the world turns yellow. But other plants rely on animals to move their pollen around for them. Flowers produce nectar, a sweet liquid that birds, bats, and insects love to eat. And as they go into the flowers, they eat the nectar, and some of them collect pollen for their own use. And as they move in and out of the flowers, pollen collects on their bodies. And they drop off some in a flower, and they pick up some in a flower, moving the pollen around. It's a win-win for both the animals who get food and for the flowers who get pollinated. But have you ever wondered how pollinators decide which flowers they want to visit? Flowers can actually change themselves to attract or repel the pollinators that they want. And they do this by their shape and their color. This is called pollination syndrome. Bees and wasps are column pollinators. There are 4,000 species of bees found in North America and another 4,000 species of wasps found in North America. But these numbers don't include honeybees, which are not native to North America. Bees and wasps come in a variety of shapes, and they like plants with lots of nectar and plants that are native to the area they are native to. They can't see red, so they prefer plants that are blue or purple. They like plants that are open during the day because that's when they're out looking for food. They like flowers that have a sweet or minty smell to them. And they like flowers that they can land on to eat, like this Tradescantia virginiana, or spiderwort. There are over 800 species of butterflies in North America. And they also like somewhere broad to land on when they eat. They have 6 to 15 color receptors in their eyes. Humans only have 3. And they have 12,000 lenses in their eyes. Humans only have 2, and they can see up to 100 feet. And they can see red. They enjoy visiting flowers of many different colors, including this plant here, Sweet William, or Dianthus barbatus. There are over 10,000 species of moths in North America, and they tend to be active at night. They like to visit flowers that are open in the afternoon and the evening, and they like pale or white flowers because they're easier to see in low light. Yuccas and some orchids are completely dependent on pollination by moths, as are these evening primrose flowers, or Enothera speciosa. Bats also like large flowers that bloom at night, like mangoes and bananas. But of the 17 species of bats found in North Carolina, none of them eat nectar. Instead, they spend their nights eating thousands of mosquitoes. There are 26 species of hummingbirds found in North America, but there's only one found in North Carolina, the ruby-throated hummingbird. Hummingbirds tend to like tubular flowers because they have a long tongue to stick down in the flowers. And they don't need a landing place to eat from flowers. They can hover and eat. They love red and orange flowers. And these snapdragons here, or Antirrhinum majus, are a good example of flowers that will attract hummingbirds. There are over 17,000 species of flies found in North America, and they're some of the most frequent flower visitors. They're important for food crops such as onions, strawberries, and carrots. And they have very short mouth parts. So they tend to like flowers that are flat and shallow, like the yarrow or Achillea millefolium. There are over 30,000 species of beetles found in North America, and they're the original pollinators. There's a special name for plants that attract beetles for pollinators called Cantharophilus, and they put off a special scent to attract the beetles. You can find beetles as pollinators in sunflowers, coneflowers, goldenrod, milkweed, magnolias, and this butterfly weed, or Asclepias tuberosa, to name a few. When we think about pollinators, we tend to think bees and butterflies, But flowers know better than to pick the pretty and the popular to be their wingmen. Instead, they work hard to attract a wide-ranging group of pollinators to do their hard work. I'm Brenda. Join me next time on Digging Deeper.